Cassie from Faodail Creation, and in this episode I have a little bit of a confession to make. I have been meaning to hem my husband's trousers for such the longest time, not a joke. I think it's been over a year, so I thought, ding, let's combine the fun by hemming my husband's pants as well as showing you guys how to use the blind stitch foot. This is what a blind hem stitch looks like when it's stitched out. So it takes 1, 2, 3 straight stitches and it does a zigzag, and it goes 1, 2, 3 zigzag, 1, 2, 3 zigzag, 1, 2, 3 zigzag. For our Baby Lock Soprano, this is our blind hem foot. It is foot R. Don't confuse this with the stitch in a ditch foot. It is slightly different. So it does have the center guide here, just like a stitch in a ditch foot. However, in addition to that, it has these guides here, if you can see the center thing here. So this is where your needle's gonna end up coming down on your blind hem, and you're going to run your fold, which I will show you, along this guide here. So I'll just show you what a stitch in a ditch foot looks like. So this is my stitch in a ditch foot that I have with my Elna. So you will see that in the center here, it doesn't have that guide that I just showed you. It's all open. So that's the difference between a stitch in a ditch and the blind hem. So from our instruction manual, it's telling us that our blind hem stitch is number 36. And we're to use foot R. So this here is a sample that I practiced on and I completed it. You can barely see the stitches. Like if you really zoom in, you can see them right there. You really want to match up your thread as close as possible to the fabric that you are using, and it will damn well near be a blind hem. So I'm going to push that back further because nobody's going to see your pants right up close like that. They're going to be further away. So how do we get this? First of all, try to get a really good match of thread. This one's too light. If you can't find the perfect shade, always go a shade darker rather than lighter, because the lighter you go, it's going to attract more light, but the darker you go, it's going to hide much better within the material. Before I start, I want to knock off an inch of these pants. So I've knocked an inch off, and I'm just going to cut the excess off. And I've just used my pinking scissors because when you use pinking scissors, it helps to stop that fabric from fraying. Now I'm going to turn that in a little bit and just hem it inside. But first of all, I'm going to do the second side. So I'm just going to fold that in, just to tuck in that raw edge, and it's basically like 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to do that all the way around, and I'm going to press. Depending on the stiffness of the pant, you may have to do that a few times. You may have to like go over the top here and just press down just to get that to lay flat. So that's our first fold. So now I'm going to take it in an inch. So I'm going to fold it in again, an inch. So I'm just going to follow my guide. So that would be an inch. So I'm going to do that all the way around, and I'm going to press it down once again with the iron. So now I've created this hem. So we did our first fold here, and then we want to just enclose the raw edge. So we then created a second hem, and then we've pressed it down like so. And it's best just to go over your pants once again, just to make sure we've got that crease in there. So now our hem is perfectly flat. So now we're going to do the trick to create the blind hem. So you're going to take your hem and you're going to turn it around, and you're basically going to get your fabric so it looks like this. So you're going to run your foot all the way down, and the stitch catches this part here and does 3 stitches and catches again and then goes along. So once again, here's your hem, and you're going to turn it over. So you're just making this shape out of your pants. Before I stitch this out, I am going to pin it into place. So once again, this is what a normal hem looks like, and we are going to just fold it back, and I'm just going to pin it. Like so. And then I'm going to fold the other sections back. So we're on stitch number 36, which is the blind hem stitch, and it's telling us that we're using foot R, which is our blind hem foot, and I've left everything to the manufacturer's recommended suggestions. You know it's the manufacturer's recommended suggestions because it's all in bold, so I've not changed anything. You may find it easier to remove your accessory tray in order to get your pant sleeve in. So you want to go really, really slow on this one, because you basically want to get the needle to only catch this side of the fabric slightly, and it's going to take 3 stitches down this side here. So when you first get it off the machine, this is how it's going to look. So you're just going to flip it over. And now you're just going to press and press just to get this gone. So this is what a blind hem looks like, and now you can see how important it is to match your threads perfectly. Obviously you won't be seeing these pants that up close, but it's very, very important that you match your thread up as good as possible so you very hardly see these threads. So I'm going to start work on this second side. Just here's some quick pointers. Step 1, remember, cut off your allowance, cut with some pinking shears and fold over that first seam so you're getting rid of that raw edge. Step 2, you're now going to fold over your fabric and you're going to allow yourself your seam allowance, which is, for me personally, 1 inch. So I'm going to go all the way around that pants at 1 inch intervals and just press with an iron to fix. Make sure that the seam is nicely pressed. Fold back over and just keep pressing just so it's nice and flat. So this is the hem. Next we are going to create the fold for the blind hem, and remember you want to leave enough room for them 3 stitches and then it jumps over, 3 stitches and it jumps over. So you need to allow for them stitches, and once you're happy with the placement we're going to pin. And we're going to overpin all the way round. So we have overpinned and we are making sure that we have enough room here in order to do them straight stitches, and then it's going to jump over and just grab 1, 2, 3, grab 1, 2, 3, grab 1, 2, 3, grab. We aligned the center foot. The straight stitches come at this side, 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to hop over into this side here to do our zigzag stitch, and it'll go 1, 2, 3 and then hop over, 1, 2, 3 and hop over. Just remember, once you get it back from the sewing machine, just to turn it around, and you're just going to have to press and press and press and press a little bit more. So I've really pressed these pants, and as you can see, you can't see the threads. I've taken off my harsh bright lighting, and that's what the end result is going to look like. So guys, I finally got these pants hemmed. Maybe over a year, but at least it's complete and now I can forget about it. I hope I've inspired you to get your pants and hem them. I mean, even if you got a pair of old pants, unpick them and tried blind stitching them and see how you go. I hope you've liked this video. Don't forget to hit subscribe to see next week's installment. I post videos right here every single Wednesday. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.